Evidence of that is how a US Grand Prix dominated by a Ferrari 1-2 will actually be remembered by the incredible racing between the chief championship rivals for the final podium spot. Verstappen's Red Bull just about escaped Austin with a crucial third place after Norris's slightly controversial 5-second penalty for overtaking off the circuit. It gives the Dutchman a little more wiggle room in the final 5 Grands Prix, as the world champion seeks to defend his title by limping over the line given his and Red Bull's drop-off from the front of the pack since the early part of the season. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, so the cliché goes, and it's now 18 years since a similar cat-and-mouse chase ended with a world champion just about getting the job done to defend his world championship. In fact, he's still around now. Fernando Alonso still blasts around the track, longing for a car as good as the Renault R26, in the hope that he can pick up a third title that has cruelly eluded him since Sunday, October 22, 2006. Like Verstappen now, Alonso started that season well. Very well. He won 6 of the first 9 races, finishing second in the other 3, and having a comfortable championship lead over Michael Schumacher of 25 points, which, in today's scoring system, was the equivalent of a 63-point lead. And, in an era when finishing second in a race only dropped you 2 points to the GP winner. This run ended in the USA at the 10th round when at Indianapolis he finished 5th, although Alonso never did quite enjoy the circuit. He was on hand though to grab another second spot in France behind Schumacher, and the title was really his to lose. Then, Renault's world was turned on its head. Mercedes has reassessed its 2025 Formula 1 car plans and now intends to make changes in several areas, George Russell has revealed. The team's struggles since the summer break prompted a deep review of its W15 design over recent weeks, especially as it commits to its challenger for next year. And off the back of what it has learnt from that work back at its Brackley factory, Russell has said that some revisions will now be made for its W16. These 3 weeks off have been great because it's allowed us all to take a step back and reassess the car as a whole. Also looking into next year, he said, we've definitely uncovered a few things that we want to be changing going into next year, and when you're in the midst of a season, you sometimes don't have that opportunity to really dig deep into the fundamentals of the car. So that's been really positive to see. Mercedes is introducing an upgrade for this weekend's United States Grand Prix that Russell hopes can help it relative to the opposition. Obviously, we reverted with the upgrades that we brought to Spa, added the Briton. So effectively, we're making 2 steps now and we bring this upgrade. So we're hoping it's going to have quite an impact. I hope with the upgrade we can be in the fight again, at least in qualifying, and fighting for those top 4 places, and then in the race fighting for a podium. But realistically, we know McLaren and Lando Norris are a good step ahead of everyone right now. While Mercedes had appeared to fall back since the summer break, Russell's teammate Lewis Hamilton has suggested that some of the explanation was because it was out of sync with rivals in terms of its upgrade introduction. We've been a bit out of sequence to the others, he said. The others have brought upgrades at times when we haven't. We're bringing an upgrade here, for example, and some people will bring small pieces here, but maybe not everyone will have the same upgrade that we have. We ultimately lost our way a little bit with setup, trying to get as much from this floor that is slowly deteriorating as it gets old. I think we understand where we've veered off, and hopefully this weekend we can start back on a better balance. After George Russell and Lewis Hamilton finished 4th and 6th respectively in Singapore, which Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff lamented as being a really painful evening, the Silver Arrows are hoping a major update to their W15 will improve their competitive fortunes. The upcoming package, which will debut at the Circuit of the Americas, was previously described as being a substantial set of new clothes by Mercedes technical director James Allison. This weekend marks the start of an intense run to the end of the year. We have 6 races over the next 8 weeks, ending with the season finale in Abu Dhabi, Wolff said. Although we are not in contention for the championships, there is still plenty to fight for and the opportunity to create a few highlights along the way. We want to end this year as strongly as possible, build momentum for 2025, and bid farewell to Lewis in the best way possible. We've therefore been hard at work since Singapore analysing our performance and how we can improve. We bring our final update package of the season to Texas, and our aim is to close the gap to the front. It will also provide useful information that will help guide our development direction for 2025. Mercedes won 3 out of 4 races heading into F1's summer break, but have managed just a solitary podium finish in the following 4 events. Why? Wolff acknowledged Mercedes will have to be at the top of their game to get the most out of the upgrade package, given the added challenge of Austin being a sprint weekend. The sprint format returns this weekend, and we will have to be at our best to introduce the update package effectively, he added. The Circuit of the Americas is a fantastic track, but one that caught us out last year. Its high-speed layout, combined with its bumpy surface, make it a challenge for both the car and driver. It is one we are looking forward to. This year's Formula 1 championship battle between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris has become an absorbing cat-and-mouse contest.